Whenever you're ready.
Today's society relies so much on energy that we run the risk of using it all. Sources like fossil fuels will not last forever, but there are renewable sources of energies that we can use. Wind power is one example of renewable energy. It has many benefits to go along with it as well. I believe I'm able to talk about the subject because I think renewable energy is something that will help all of us. Recycling is part of my everyday life, and wind energy is definitely an example of recycling. The main points of my value persuasive speech will be on why society should use wind power, and also the other benefits of wind power for society. So why should society use wind power? Well, it saves money for the consumer. According to RenewableEnergyRule.com, wind energy is able to save on electric bills. Farmers and other people like that out in more rural areas use that. That's why you can see a lot of those windmills in Texas. I know, I live there. Wind turbines help keep homeowners money in their pocket, and that's especially good, especially during these tough economic times where every cent counts, basically now. It also saves money personally. It's not harmful to the body, which would cause money to be used for more, health benefits, like medical bills and all that, because it won't electrocute you. Well, unless of course you mess around with it, of course. That's common sense, though. It also can save money for food and other necessities, which are vital to living a very healthy life to begin with. It's also a cleaner power source of energy. It has many health benefits. It does not produce smog. Fossil fuels like coal and oil, they produce smog. It's a toxic gas that goes in the air when it's burned, and that can definitely cause a lot of health issues. It can damage your lungs. It can cause it causes all kinds of medical problems. It's also not dangerous and harmful to get it, because if you have to mine for coal, you're gonna. There's a chance you could damage your lungs. This has happened in history before with the coal miners back in the early 1900s and all that. It's also not dangerous to the environment. There's no running the risk of spilling it that would cause harm an ecosystem, like what we've had with the Exxon Valdez or the BP oil spill. It won't damage the environment or the wildlife out there. And the environment is also not damaged by trying to obtain it, because we try to drill for it, to get some of it. We have huge drills, or in some cases we do large strip mining, those huge craters sort of things with those huge machines on there. And also, we don't run the risk of having an oil pipeline break. If you haven't been seeing what happened recently in Arkansas, there was a oil pipeline that broke and spilling oil all throughout neighborhoods. Some of the other benefits for wind power and society: it lessens our reliance on fossil fuels. Fossil fuels do not last very long, and especially if we keep it up, we're going to run out pretty soon, because we burn through that thing like crazy. We use it for our electricity, we use it for our cars. It's just out of control. It's also more time consuming how it's produced, how we're able to pump it out of the ground and all that, and then have to deliver it. With wind energy, the wind turbines can pretty much grab the energy of the wind blowing it, and are able to deliver it much quicker than, say, oil and all that. According to the academia, fossil fuels actually takes up 85% of the world's energy. Wind power makes us less dependent on places like the Middle East, which have a huge abundance of fuel, and it costs a lot of money to have it shipped here and all that, which is kind of one of the reasons why I believe that gas prices are high, because it costs a lot to deliver it. Anyways, wind power would make us less dependent on those countries. Wind power is also a sustainable source of energy. It doesn't require much to use it. Unlike solar energy, which solar energy practically really works when the sun is out, and if it's blocked by clouds or all that stuff, it's not going to work as well, and especially it's not going to work at night. Wind power, however, works 24/7 because it's not blocked by UV rays and stuff like that. And and wind, it's constantly there. Even if there's clouds in the sky, there's wind. Especially here, it's beneficial here in Kansas because it's like windy here. It also saves time and is readily available all around us. We don't have to wait for trees to grow or miners to mine it or oil to be pumped, actually. And wind energy is not something that sounds unusual. We've been doing this before. It's helped sail our ships across oceans. Columbus used sails to discover America. It's been used ever since like Babylonians and all that stuff, like millennia ago. It's been used to pump water for irrigation systems and crops, which helps sustain these ancient societies. And now, in the 21st century, we use it for electricity and all that kind of items. And eventually, we might be able to come to the point where we could be able to put it into a car and it could work without using fuel. Especially works when powering electricity, which can power an electric car. Anyways, in conclusion, I have discussed why society should use wind power and the other benefits of it. I believe using wind energy is something that all society can benefit from. It's safe, clean, and very helpful to everyday life, and more people should actually use it. It's wind energy, and it's our past, it's our present, and it will be our future. Thank you.